Hello everybody, or just me. I'm a little behind on my YouTube upload, so we're just going to get right down to it. We're going to begin with Wednesday, November 24th. That is the day before Thanksgiving last week. In total, let me see how many trades I took here on that day. In total, I took 6 trades, 1 win, 5 losses, down $34 on that day. So we're going to start out on the screen. I have the first ticker that I traded. Let's see, and 1124. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in the top right. So as you can see on the bottom, we had a large gap up, large volume spike, biotech up on news. Pre-market was doing a lot of action, and I traded it at 934, right in here, 935 rather. 935 at 573. It dipped at the open. Let me scroll back just a hair here. Yeah, right in here. Let's see. And yeah, I was buying with pre-market resistance being potential support. I was going to cut it if it dipped any lower than this bottom. Got in at 573, out at 632 in the next 2 minutes. So out at 632. Good trade on that one, up 10.3%. So basically just from here to here. Not a bad trade at all, and good percentage gain. Then I began overtrading and mid-range trading this one. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this sell. Make sure we're on the right day here. Yep. Alright, so like I just said, I traded in here, sold it into here. Good little 10.5% gain on the, basing it on the pre-market resistance level down here and in here. 10% gain. Next, I traded it at 940. I believe I bought into strength here, 940. Yeah, I thought that this was a higher low. It dipped a little bit lower. I really just wasn't thinking on this trade. I got in at 616 right in here in this candle. So right at the top of the range, not a smart trade. And I sold it 1 minute later down in here, 602. Excuse me, 602 down in here, 2.15% loss, only lost $2 on it, and I was risking like this little range area here, so I immediately just cut it. Probably a little bit probably too soon to get into a trade in this choppy consolidation area here above 590 and below 630. So I should have just given it a little bit more time, but I didn't, and we're going into my third trade, number 3 at 959. Let's see, I missed this. This is where I should have entered on a dip to VWAP, major dip, and then dipped off of this consolidation level twice here. But I got in at 959. Yeah, worst time. Chasing strength here again. I got in at around 620. Chasing the strength here, thinking it was going to break out, but I'm not. I have difficulty understanding how much they run. So I really need to do the opposite of what I think, and I'm going to probably be discussing that even more so in the videos for Friday and for today, because I just consistently do the opposite, and I need to work on that. But I bought up in here 620. My risk was VWAP down in here. And let's see, at 10:01 I added, which is not a smart move, but I knew I got in at a bad time. I really shouldn't add to losers though. At 584 right in here I added, and then at, let's see, 10:03 right in here, it wasn't putting in any higher highs. It just consistently kept going lower. So at 10:03 in here, I took it off at 576 right here. So averaged out to a 4.15% loss, lost 15 bucks. Really trade that I shouldn't have got into. I clearly chased strength, a couple minutes of strength here, into a key resistance level. Just thinking it was just going to blow past and I'd get a nice gain. But that's just not how this works. You have to do the opposite. So good lesson. We're going to move on to trade number 4, same stock. Um, At 10:04, right after I sold, I rebought just to get a lower position because I thought maybe this would be this zone area above VWAP would be a bottom, potential bottom. What I really need to do is stop trying to predict and just let the chart show me what it's doing. And in here, it's clear that the stock hasn't picked a trend, and I shouldn't have just been buying. But I got in at 10:04 at 576, so again near the top, and I took it off I believe at 10:07 at 556, right when it broke VWAP here. I just didn't like this action here, and I should have taken my own advice on based on the previous trade how it was putting in these lower highs and just not gotten in. But it is what it is. I thought that this was going to be maybe a higher low, and we had a base here. It just boils down to, like I keep saying, me needing to trade the pattern and let these patterns formulate and not try to guess what they're doing. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Trade number 5, BLIN. BLIN. Traded it on the 20th, 24th, this day here. Let me back out. BLIN traded it in here, this big spike. As you can see, this was a big spiker, went up to 14s, the 14s previously. And this was the day here. As you can see, massive volume or moderate volume massive compared to the rest of the days, but moderate compared to this previous spike's volume here, as you can see in the bottom left. So I'll go ahead and maximize this sell again. Zoom in on this day. Major runner from the beginning, or from market open, went 280 to 330, so that's a nice percentage gain. But I traded this, let's see, 1019. I think, yeah, I lost on this one also, chasing this spike. Let me zoom into this price action here. I got in at 1019. Oh, I remember what I did here. I bought this on this dip. I thought that, we might sit above VWAP here. And what I should have done was maybe taken it off here. But, I had a risk of VWAP. I bought in here at 348, right here, right on the dip. I didn't get a good fill on the dip, but my risk was VWAP, and I've been using that dollar amount instead of the percentage for my risk. So I figured that out before the trade. So I was comfortable sitting until VWAP. It came up. I could have taken it off for a nice little, a little gain. What would that have been? 48 to, best case 58, 57. Nice little small gain, but I didn't, and I held. Let's see. Until 1023, which is right here, ironically. I should have cut it immediately when it started tanking hard here and touching VWAP, but I didn't, and I waited until here. And that just shows, I need to stick to my plan. Excuse me, and I sold it here at 339. So not awful in this candle. Yeah, right at VWAP, so not bad. I cut it right at my level here. I wanted to see if it could bounce. It bounced up a little bit, and I just took it off when it looked like it wasn't going to reclaim VWAP. This is what I mean by me doing the opposite. Here to here, this low to high would have been a decent little gain, and then I could have re-entered down here. But because I held, it kind of messed me up from being able to trade it and get a decent little gain. I mean, this is a little bit choppy in here, and it's already up so much. But just food for thought for myself. And moving into the last trade, I know I kind of flew through this today, but you can always go back and check it out if you're curious about the rest of them. Um, Big runner from February when a lot of these stocks ran, or when we had a lot of volatility this year. And as you can see, the volume on the 24th, massive volume. Let me decrease my volume just a little bit here. Um, Massive volume, even compared to another volume day here. Um, that was this day, as you can see, pre-market in the 15-day, 15-minute, spiked up from 350s to 660s, um, and then just all kind of an all-day fader after the pre-market action. So let's see, we'll go ahead and maximize the daily, and we'll go over the trade. This is at 11:06. Let's see. So didn't really do too much out from the open. Remember, it's dipped quite a bit at this point from the pre-market highs. Um, so I thought this might be a double bottom here at 1026 and then might curl back up. We saw a higher low here. And then at 11:06, let's see. 11:06 right in here. Right in on this candle here. That's where I entered. I saw a double bottom, higher low, pushing this custom level that I put in. Couldn't break it, came down, and then I saw this potential higher low here. So that's decent, a decent trade, decent idea, decent plan, in my opinion. I got in at 487. Let's see. Right, okay, so towards the top, but not a great entry. And I believe I was risking a low of day here. Um, so 487. It gave a little bit, gave like 3 cents, and then it just kind of faded off. And I sold right in this candle here when it looked like it was going to push and break the low of day. So um, that ended up touching my risk. I took a $10 loss on it because that's my loss amount, 10 bucks, and it ended up being a 4% loss. So from here to here, um, not a great trade. Maybe I could have taken it off into this little pop, but at the same time, I mean, these stocks just move around so much in their mid-range, and I'm just not confident with taking it off into little pops, because if this just popped up and then created another higher low, I mean, I'm just predicting or just guessing at this point. But uh, regardless, it touched my risk, broke my risk, and I just got out. So good trade. Not a great, not a great day on Wednesday. Like I said, 6 trades, 1 win, 5 losses, and down almost 34 bucks. So good morning trade. The first trade that I made there. Because that was, I believe, a 10%, yeah, 10.3% gain. Let me put this up on the screen here. Whoops, that is my Tuesday. Hopefully I don't fly right past Wednesday here. Yeah, so, nice, that was a nice trade, 10.3%. Lost 2% on the second one. This was a bad trade where I added into the weakness, added into a loss, and then just took it off. Really, what I should have done is maybe, well, I was going to say just sell, but if this was putting in a bottom here, that's why I added in case it was putting in a bottom. But then I just took it off when it just was kind of not pushing any higher. Down 3.4%. Same ticker when it broke VWAP. Just trying to get my average down a little lower. dip buy with a test or with VWAP as the risk, cut it at VWAP. When it bounced and tried to test it again, and potential double bottom with higher lows and trying to get in on a dip with a risk of low a day. So at least I stuck to my plan, and maybe I should keep my risks a little tighter, but you know, I'll just keep improving and keep trying to tweak how my trading is. But yeah, that concludes my trades for Wednesday, 11/24, the day before Thanksgiving. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be back with another video regarding Friday's trades. Thank you.